Okay, some um, are there like devs here? Like Sachin, are you doing dev nowadays in Web3 or you doing something else?
Currently in first Web3 basically, but yeah, I'm currently learning that.
Oh, okay, cool, cool. So are you in college right now? I think you're.
No, I'm currently working in HCL since
Oh,
past 1 year as a fresher.
okay, okay, nice, nice. So, yeah, have you like worked on Solidity, like just as a just to
And
learn?
right now,
Uh,
yeah, I just like participated in a hackathon during my college.
oh,
In
okay.
that we use Solidity. Yeah, to create a like e-voting blockchain system.
Hmm. I think your voice is a little bit breaking. You could like if your project is open source or like if you have it deployed, you can share it as well. Like, would love to have a look or try it out. Mm. Okay, is there? Okay, let me just share my screen. It's visible, right?
Yes, yes, yes. It's visible. Yeah.
Cool, cool. So
Okay, good.
yeah, nice. So, how many of you have heard about DAOs? DAO, DAO. Would like a show of hands. Uh, or I can give an intro in case you haven't. Sachin, Night Shadow, Johnson, uh, Gunnar, Akriti. Okay, cool. So maybe I'll just start with what's a DAO and why is it so popular in the crypto space. So DAO is essentially it's the full form is decentralized autonomous organization, and uh, it's a on chain way. It's a completely new way to take decisions, manage funds, uh, then manage organizations essentially. So or it could be like in case of Web3, it's the organizations are essentially smart contracts which are deployed on chain, and everything is happening in a verifiable way with uh, validators checking if transaction is correct or not, and people signing transactions using their wallet to um, send money and um, take decisions like voting, take governance decisions, uh, decide what's going to happen with their funds and that kind of stuff. So that's what DAOs are. If we just look at the textbook definition, it's like it has got no central authority, and the token holders are the ones who cast the votes. So let's say I've got some tokens here. I've got this token called ZK governance token, and I'm gonna vote using these tokens if I'm part of this fictitious ZK Gov DAO, right? And and like all the votes and all this activity, the treasury related decisions, these happen on chain, and you go to a smart contract or a decentralized app and just cast your vote there to take the decision, right? That's pretty much what happens. And if we look at some prime examples of DAOs, one is definitely to manage these decentralized protocols. So you might have heard about DeFi. DeFi is decentralized finance. So you can go to any like crypto token tracker like Coin Market Cap or something like DeFi Llama to see what are the popular tokens nowadays or like protocols. So maybe something like Aave, which helps you uh, do lending and borrowing. You can lend your tokens and earn some interest on that, and borrow tokens as well. And there are like obviously hundreds of protocols, hundreds of tokens, and all of these, at least most of these protocols have their own DAO. So Aave has its own Aave DAO, which is where the decisions are taken by the Aave token holders. Uniswap, you might have heard about Uniswap. It's like the most popular exchange where you can swap your tokens. You can buy USDC with ETH or some other token and basically swap. So pretty much all protocols with some kind of token, they have some kind of DAO mechanism, even though they might not call it a DAO, but they do have a way to use those tokens to let people make decisions. Now I could be like a small token holder. I might just have a little bit of token, but even then my vote will have a say in the decision. Now what can these decisions be like? So a very simple use case is voting. Voting for any kind of event, like let's say that we're talking about Aave, right? And Aave is a lending borrowing protocol, and even though the lending borrowing parameters are automated based on the smart contract rules, uh, there are other decisions that need to be taken as well, like setting some configuration, like okay, this is the threshold up to which the lending or borrowing rate can go up to, or there's a minimum threshold which needs to be there. So these are decisions which are customizable, and usually there is some kind of governance or like some kind of voting done, uh, in which the token holders of Aave would participate. So we've kind of built like a very basic interface. This isn't nothing fancy. This is just a interface where you can come and uh, create some kind of voting proposal, like a governance decision, and then people who hold the tokens will be able to vote, right? So to give you some other examples, it might be to use some kind of treasury funds. Let's say Aave has integrated with some other protocol, and they've got some grant money or something, or raise some funding, and that funding belongs to the DAO, like to all the token holders. It's not like there's one corporate structure, right? Usually it's a protocol where everyone owns some part of the protocol. So now these funds might be used for some new project inside Aave, or be allocated to some new developments, and those are the kind of decisions that need to be made, and these things are done in different DAOs as well. um, so some other examples could be giving away some part of profits that the DAO has earned. So these protocols like Uniswap and others as well, they do earn protocol fees. Like when you, as a user, you swap on the Uniswap exchange. Um, I'm not sure if Uniswap still charges fees, but a lot of, like most protocols do charge fees, right? So you pay that fees, and then that fees leads to revenue for those protocols, and then there might be, after paying for whatever the costs are, they might have some surplus profit. So Uniswap token holders would have that profit, and those profits can be given away to the token holders as dividend, like it happens in a normal company, right? It's the same thing happens in these protocols as well, which act as DAOs. But everything is verifiable. It's on chain. You can just open up your Etherscan, which is the which is a blockchain explorer, and you can see the smart contracts of Uniswap or whichever DAO you're talking about, and see, okay, this is a particular token holder, and they have this many shares of the token, and they are entitled to this much of the dividend or rewards or whatever. So let's say they want to take some uh, decision about giving away dividend, and it's going to be, um, they're going to create a proposal and do a voting. Okay, just by the way, in case you have a question, just unmute yourself and ask away. No need to wait for the end. Just, you can just keep asking, or you can even type here, I think. Yeah, you can type in the chat. Okay, cool. So yeah, so there can be a lot of decisions, and uh, these people, the token holders, would vote on these decisions. Like, as you can see here, there's like obviously a sample application, but there's a smart contract behind this, and everything is on chain on the network, and you can see there was this earlier proposal in which one person voted for and another person voted against. So it failed, probably because the person who voted for had lesser tokens or lesser voting power in the protocol. So it's like weighted based on how much tokens you have. You derive your voting power, but then there are hundreds of, like thousands of people who own these tokens. So it's obviously not, the decision doesn't depend on just one big shareholder or like a investor who's gonna um, take the entire decision, 50% decision or something. So it's all pretty much, um, you can call it something like a democracy. um, yeah, so let's say you are going to come here and vote. So you'll obviously sign a transaction, right? You'll use your wallet to come and open this up. This proposal is already closed. Voting is ended. So I'll just create a new proposal. Um, so you basically come here and cast your vote, and if you see yourself as a voter, and let's say you've got, you are pretty popular, like your wallet's pretty popular, and you don't want to show that like to other people. You kind of want to do your vote, get it done with, but don't really want to say that, okay, I'm the one who voted. You want to keep your identity private, sort of, because your wallet is kind of your identity, right? In that case, you can't really do that in DAOs, at least in regular DAOs which are set up in blockchains like Ethereum or EVM based chains, or pretty much most blockchains. Um, like take any popular example, Ethereum, uh, Solana, or Cardano, whatever. It's not really possible to keep this private, right? So what do we do? By the way, in case you have a question about this privacy thing, why can't they have? Why do they even need this privacy thing? You can um, you can stop me and ask. So okay, so what do we do then? We want to make sure that as a voter, like I can be a big shareholder or even a small voter. I want my identity to be hidden. I don't really want to shout it out to the public. I don't want it on my Explorer. So there's this tech called ZK, which is zero knowledge, which lets you generate proofs that okay, I'm proving that I've casted my vote and I've casted it for um, a yes or no or something like that, for or against this proposal. And then I also prove that I'm a legit member of this DAO. I hold the tokens of this DAO. So for our example use case, I've just named it ZK Gov as the tokens. Um, and if you're doing something like this, uh, we can treat the ZK part as a black box for now, because uh, this is something which would be like a whole big other topic to explain. But for your reference, we have the repo public, so all of this code is open source, and we also have this front end deployed. So you can just open this up on your uh, you can open this up, and this is deployed on the testnet, on Sepolia testnet. So to actually use this, I would recommend, while this stream is going on, just visit Kwala.network, this app. I'll explain you what Kwala is in a moment. But visit this uh, and just do this login thing, and you'll get some testnet tokens. This is not Kwala tokens. This is just Sepolia tokens, which you'll get, and you can try this app out. I think you'd have a wallet installed, right? Just uh, let me know. I think we have someone new in the channel as well. P, who's this? Hello. By the way, are you guys on your laptop or your desktops? Hi, Anand. Uh, uh, uh. Okay, so like if you're on your machines, you've set it up, then good. Um, so I'd recommend you to get your MetaMask set up and go here and get your ETH here, so that you can actually try this whole thing out that you're building. Um, hey Anand. Anand, are you able to unmute yourself, right?
Yes, sir. I,
Hi, hi. By the way, are you a dev or are you a Web3?
hello.
By the way, are you a dev or are you a Web3?
So I am in second year.
Huh?
Yeah. So I am a builder. Like I am a developer. I do build some of the, like I'm currently building some of the side projects and also learning in depth in Web3.
Nice, nice. So do you have
So
MetaMask
do you
set
have
up?
MetaMask setup? Yeah, I do have.
Okay, cool. So I think you can,
Okay, cool. So I think you
or
can,
have you tried Koala as well?
or have you tried Kwala as well? Yeah, I have tried Kwala like 2 months ago, like
Haha.
when there was Kwala Hacker House event. After that, I am not able to give it time to it, but I really want to try it. Like
Okay,
I
cool, cool.
love to use N8 and Zapier, so
Oh,
let's
nice.
give it a try in Web3 too.
Yeah, right.
Oh,
Zapier is
nice.
my favorite
Yeah, right.
Web2
Zapier
tool.
is my favorite Web2 tool. Yeah.
Anand,
Um,
can you
Anand,
mute
can you
yourself? Like
mute
the
yourself?
voice is
Sure.
echoing. Okay, thanks. So, like you guys can unmute yourself whenever you want to ask something. So feel free. So
Hey Raj, sorry to interrupt.
yeah, yeah.
Hello, am I
Hi,
audible?
hi. Yeah, yeah. You're audible.
Yeah, I just wanted to say hi to Anand. Hey Anand, welcome back to the Koala fam. Sahil this said. So basically, he was a participant at our previous Koala Hacker House, and a few days back I met Anand at ETH Mumbai as well. So we had a long discussion around Koala. So it's really great, Anand, to have you here. Have you
Super
here
cool,
and you
man.
explored Koala and have joined us to build on Koala. So great going, man, and stick around. We are here to educate you. Raj is a great educator. So let's get going. Thank you.
Yeah, super cool, man. So Anand, you can like not just Anand, everyone. Just go to this anon voting thing, and this is a like just let me know if you have Sepolia tokens. Sepolia, if you don't have, I'll just send you. You can send your wallet address here. So I'll just send you right away so that you can test this app. And I'll also mint this ZK Gov token so you can create a proposal and start and just test out this app right now on the call itself. So you guys can drop your ETH wallet address, like just Sepolia ETH addresses.
Guys, only Sepolia. Don't expect actual ETH from us.
Yeah, right. Uh, cool. So we were basically talking about creating a ZK kind of voting thing workflow. So so like hiding away these votes is what our goal is. So what we've done is we've set up our smart contracts and some ZK circuits. That's what they call it. So that people can generate the proof that okay they are an eligible participant here. If you actually try to vote, like create a proposal and like vote right now, you won't be able to because you don't have this token, right? I've got it, so I'll be able to vote. So you can even try it without that, then it will fail. And then I'll send you some uh, these tokens, and then you can try it. So let's actually stop talking and create a proposal and test it out, right? So let's say we are a DAO which does real estate. It's a bit kind of um, a newer example because this is something that people have been doing nowadays. There are some DAOs which do real estate, like they have these whole Airbnbs running and it's all tokenized. I think it happens in Dubai a lot. Okay, Anand has sent his Sepolia testnet address, so I'll just send you some Sepolia ETH. Wait. Okay, so basically, let's say we've got this real estate DAO, and what it does is there are these token holders who, like you and me, who can own a share of that DAO, and obviously in the real world there'll be Airbnbs or like buildings or properties, but let's ignore that part for now. Let's just focus on the real on-chain part where the decisions are being made. So it's like all of these token holders who own a share in the DAO, and maybe the decision could be increasing the prices of the properties, or uh, it could even be like having some extra profits. There's obviously cost of maintaining such a DAO, like the infra itself, the taxes, the maintenance, uh, serving the customers, right? And there might be profits, and you might want to give away dividends, or maybe the decision could be increasing the price a little bit because of inflation or something. So let's say let's just assume this is a real estate DAO, and I'm one of the members of this DAO, and I create a proposal that okay, um, increase the rent of one room condo of like a base condo by 2% from Q2, from the second quarter. Okay, so I want to do something like this. I'll create a proposal, and there's something called a whale threshold, which I've set, which basically it means that okay, whoever owns 10% or more of this DAO, this real estate DAO, will be considered a whale. A whale, or like a significant kind of token holder, because they have more than 10% of the shares. So whale is probably not the best word for this, but okay, this is just a test application. So let's make the whale threshold something like 4%. So anyone with more 4 or more than that will be considered a whale. And the timeline of the voting would be, it would be in at least in days, but for our demo session we're just setting as an hour. And this is like a ZK kind of thing where you compute a snapshot. You can ignore this, treat this like a black box for now, and create a proposal. Anand, this is base Sepolia address. This is your MetaMask wallet, right? This is not on your phone, right? You have the private key for this. I've sent you on ETH Sepolia. Yeah, so ETH Sepolia, also the same address would work. You can just switch the network to ETH Sepolia, and you'll be able to see your Sepolia ETH tokens. And I'll also mint some. Okay, first you can just uh, there's this new proposal created here. Just try to vote something, and see if it succeeds or not. Uh, this is the proposal I created. Just try voting for or against, whatever. It wouldn't succeed right now, but just test it out first. Let me also just do a vote. So I've got how many tokens? Eight. I've got a lot of tokens. So let me just vote for this notion. There's a generate proof thing. This is all the ZK thing going on. There's a proof being generated on this front end. There's no back end, by the way, for this. There's just the front end and the smart contract. And I say confirm. So, okay, it says whale vote recorded, identity hidden. I just refresh this because it's the front end is a little bit sloppy. Okay, there's this vote. I am the one who voted for this. Anand, were you able? Did you try this out? Is it? Are you able to vote on this?
Sir, how to turn like light mode? I'm sending you a screenshot
Huh.
and I'm unable to read the text properly.
Okay. You can also share your screen if you want. I think you'll be able to share it. Or you can also send the screenshot here. Okay, while this is going on, I'll just mint some tokens to Anand. Let me just check who is the owner. D8F. Yeah, this is the owner. Okay, so let me just mint some tokens for Anand. What's the decimal, please? Okay.
Sir, am I audible now?
Yeah, you're audible. Yeah, and then what's the issue you're facing? Okay, Anand, you can just stop me whenever you want and share the issue. You can just unmute yourself or drop your issue here. Okay, so I've done one vote from this address. Let me just do a few more votes just to show you from a different address. And this one has 100k tokens. Let me just vote against for this. Okay, it says we'll vote recorded. And this one has 10,000 tokens. Okay, one for, one against. Who's gonna win? Let me. This one has very less tokens. So let's just do cast a vote here as well. And this one didn't say whale. I think it has less than the threshold. But okay, every vote is important. There'd be hundreds of others voting as well. So okay, we've got a few votes in. And if we go to the dashboard, this one's active, this is still going on. We see that there's just one for but two against, but this one was like it had just too many tokens. In like real life DAOs, this wouldn't be the case. Like uh, in the current DAOs as well, it's not usually the protocol founders who have a lot of tokens. It's the public who are like uh, there are many different people, so it's all distributed between the token holders. Okay, now if we look at this, I just got some Telegram notifications. How did this happen? A whale voted 1 on proposal 11. This one is the proposal 11 that we created in a while back. And some other whale voted 0 on proposal 11. Okay, it seems like the first one whale who voted 1, which means for, and the second one voted against, that's 0. And there was a third vote by this, but this wallet doesn't have that many tokens, so there must be something configured behind to get these notifications, right? There must be some kind of backend that sends me these notifications. This is where Kwala comes in. So Kwala is like it's a replacement for your backend, but it does these on-chain activities. It tracks on-chain triggers and emits some kind of actions based on those triggers. So what we had done earlier to make this Telegram thing work was set up a Kwala workflow. Anand, I think you've participated in the hackathon, so you might have already done this. But I'll just show this from scratch. So we've got a workflow builder. You can just come here. You don't really need to code anything here. You give your workflow some name. So I want Telegram alerts for votes in my real estate DAO. And there'll be this section called trigger. So what's trigger? It's basically a way to track or monitor events that are happening on chain. So what happened right now? If you look at the Telegram notification, you will see that a whale voted. So there must be some kind of event that happened on chain. And to see that, we want to have a look at the contract. So this was the token contract, like the governance token, which I sent to Anand so that he could test this out. But that's like a regular token, just like USDC or any token that people launch, some meme coins and stuff. But our main contract here is this contract, anonymous voting, which we had written earlier. And you don't need to understand all of it to actually understand how this works. The main part that happened was this cast vote call, right? So when I do something like this, for or against, generate a proof, and then this wallet pops up. If you look at this, there's this function called cast vote. So you're basically calling this cast vote function on this smart contract. And I won't do this again because I've already cast my vote, but just to show you, there are a lot of parameters here. Don't need to get into all of that detail, But what matters here is you generate a proof using some ZK kind of logic, and it's generated here on the front end. It doesn't go to anyone's server, it doesn't go to Kwala, it doesn't become public or anything. Your identity is hidden, just the proof is sent to the smart contract. So the proof is public, which is this parameter, and that's the proof is like a hash, so people can't really do anything with the proof other than just check, like verify whether the proof is valid. So you can actually call this verify thing. Anyone can call this, and it just checks whether these votes were valid or not. So all of these 3 votes were valid. These 2 were from whales, and this one was not a whale, but they were valid. And then the interesting part is this emit event. So if you've written Solidity code, Solidity is this language which you use to write contracts on Ethereum and a lot of other blockchains. So there's this whale voted event, and it's emitted whenever this is whale parameter is true, right? So if you see this, we did 3 votes, but we just got 2 notifications, right, for proposal 11. And that's because this whale voted event happened just for those two of the votes were from whales, right? So that's what's happening here. And there's also the proposal function, create proposal, which we did at the start. We could even create a new proposal here, so that one was called here. But the important one is this cast vote. And what does it do? It basically checks for things. It doesn't check it here because the whale address isn't actually public. Like, it is public, but they're not broadcasting it to everyone. So it's not checked inside Solidity, but it's checked in this magic way called ZK, which is able to use that proof, which is sent here in Solidity in the public, and this is where the check happens. Actually, the verify proof function is called. There's a verify contract as well. This is like a standard contract which all these math whiz people wrote. So yeah, it basically does this check, and it lets you know whether it was an actual whale or not, and whether it was an actual vote. And going back to Kwala, what we want to do is track this event. So our whale voted event, which happened on chain, we can see the transaction logs here. So 9 minutes ago, 13 minutes ago, okay, 15 minutes ago a proposal was created, which is this proposal, increase the rent. And then 13 minutes ago a vote was cast, then a whale voted. This is the first vote. Like, it does the check and at the end says image this event. And then another vote was cast, which also was a whale. And then another vote was cast, which was not a whale. So there's no other whale voted event. And Kwala, what it does, it can track these transactions, track these events. So what you want to do is execute some kind of action after an event and repeat that action for every such event, every such whale voted event. And we're actually tracking a smart contract here, so we'll just paste this smart contract address here, select the chain, it's on Sepolia, and it automatically fetches the ABI and lets you select the event. So I'm going to select this, and the recurring config is like not just for the first time, but for every time we want to do the same thing. We want to tag this failed voted event, and click next. And what you want to do, we want to send notifications on Telegram, right? So in Kwala, what you can do is um, you can send a post API call. Everyone knows what post API is. Okay, nice. Some people are. Mukhtar is. Hello, Mukhtar. I'm not a dev, but I can help in non-technical stuff. I want to contribute. Yeah, sure, Mukhtar. I'd love that. I'd actually love to show you how Koala kind of works, because once you get an idea, you don't have to like see the code and everything. You can just have a look at this part, because this is something uh, even like non-tech people are would be able to do with um, some kind of help, right? So just ask questions. You can ignore the code part, but you can just go through this part and ask questions. You can just unmute yourself, Mukhtar. Anand is saying, what do you think about A2Z BTC? Okay, let me check what that is. Okay, it's a tutorial. Nice, yeah, definitely. Um, you can. I didn't know about this, but it looks good. It even has cryptography tutorials. So I think if someone is just getting started in blockchain, they don't know anything about it, they don't know what Web3 is, I'd recommend reading the Bitcoin white paper. It's not an easy read. It will take you a lot of time to understand, but once you are able to understand it fully, you'll get that wow factor. Like, it took me at least 20 to 30 reads and around 2 months to grasp what's actually going on here and get that uh, eureka moment to understand what's going on. So definitely read the Bitcoin white paper if you're just getting started in Web3. This is like the Bible. This is like the holy paper. This isn't easy to understand, but to nowadays there's obviously you have Chat GPT, you have these LLMs which you can use for free. You can just open Chat GPT or uh, Claude or something, paste this, then ask it to explain you what's going on. So I'll just show you how to do that. Um, Open up. You don't need to take some pro plan or anything. Just go with the base plan, the free version of ChatGPT or Claude, and just paste the Bitcoin white paper and ask it to explain. Just explain it as simply as possible, and then ask it questions. So if you're not able to understand some part of this, just tell your chat GPT that okay, this part is not something I'm able to understand, and copy paste that part, and just tell it to just simplify it for you. Or you can even ping us here. You can just drop your questions here in the dev channel. Even if it's not related to Koala, you can just drop your questions. We'll answer that.
I got it.
Hello. Yeah, Mukhtar. Your voice is a bit not audible. Uh, okay, Mukhtar, I'm muting you for now, but if you have any questions, you can unmute and ask or type it here. Um, cool. So you can obviously check this out, and you can check out other resources as well. Yeah, this looks pretty good. You can Anand shared this, so nice. Uh,
Sir,
yeah, yeah, Anand.
so like um, I have purchased this domain name, and now after purchasing it, I like vibe coded this application.
Oh,
Is
you
it
built
like
this.
no? I didn't build this.
Yeah, Mukta, you can
Anti-gravity
mute
built.
yourself. I think it's not very audible.
Who?
I
Hello.
think Mukhtar is not
I think Anand
like
was saying
muted from
something.
the
Yeah, yeah,
audience.
Anand, you can continue. I think I've muted Mukhtar, so it's okay.
You personally have muted Mukhtar, but like voice is audible to other persons also.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
I think admin should mute them.
Okay. Um, Gunnar, can you mute Mukhtar? Like, because I think Mukhtar has some background noise going on.
Looks like he's on mute, so I guess we can continue.
Okay, cool, cool. Okay, Anand, continue.
So, sir, I was saying that I have like vibe coded this front end.
Hmm.
Basically, at that time, idea was like, as the name suggests, this is about A to Z of Bitcoin. So
Hmm.
I should make a like learning community around it. But I can also add this section into the glossary section or the docs section. I want to build something like software as a service application. Um, I can get idea of what to build in the web 2 like in the domain of web 2,
Hmm.
but when it comes to web 3,
Hmm.
like my like mind cannot work too sharply about the architecture and about the problems also. So I would love to read some of the like blogs or good read sections
Hmm.
where I can like get more information about web 3.
Right, right, right. Sure, sure. So you vibe coded this, right? This platform, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it looks really good. Like, it looks professional, and I love it. So, uh, yeah, like making a SaaS application is one of the best things, and in Web3 you can actually do it very easily. In uh, in Web2, when you're building a SaaS, the main problem if you're in India is you need to integrate Stripe or something, and it's the that verification process is such a hassle that you need to do some legal thing, and it's just too annoying to get a SaaS even working. In Web3, it's as simple as having a wallet connect kind of thing, and uh, letting users pay directly. They can pay USDC to your wallet, and you'll need something like a rainbow wallet or something. You can actually vibe code it. You don't need to even code. Vibe coding has become so good. So it's this is something which I really like. I think a few months back there was some guy on Twitter, or like a few weeks back, I think Naruto or someone.
Raj, sorry to
Yeah,
interrupt.
yeah.
So probably we can go to the main use case and then take the other points
Okay,
later,
okay,
right?
got it. Okay, so Anand, we'll once we have just complete this part, and then we'll go to this other discussion, right?
Sure, sure.
Cool. Okay, so let's just quickly look at this. Um, so we were basically doing a Telegram notification here. So you set your API endpoint as the your Telegram send message endpoint. You can actually create a bot pretty easily. We have the Kwala docs for that. There's the instructions how to do it. So I'll just drop this link as well. Uh, uh, okay, so yeah, you can open the docs to see how to do this. And basically we set our own chat ID, like this is my own Telegram chat ID, and we set a text like whale voted for. This part is might be confusing. What's re dot event 0 and 1? So if we go back here and look at our event name, it's whale voted, and there are these two integers, right? And these are all in our contract as well. So if we just search for the whale voted event, the first parameter is the proposal ID, and the second is the vote value. So the first parameter is the 0th parameter, which is the proposal ID, which is 11, and it's this one. And the first, like the second parameter at index 1 is the vote value, which is 1, which is basically true, like pass, accept, and 0 is reject. So the beautiful thing about this is you don't need to have some kind of backend pipeline or um, to do this thing, because if you were to like do this on your own, like even if you were vibe coding, you would have to need a server or some kind of um, even serverless application would be hard to manage, because you're doing smart contract calls or watching for smart contract events. So you would need a RPC as well. It's not just that you'll be able to create some lambda function, or 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 maintaining a backend is obviously costly and hard. So it all does this here, and it even sends the event parameters here. You can access this here, and you can even do call other smart contracts from here. So this part I hope you guys have understood. Let me know. Uh, okay, Mukhtar, I'd recommend you to just try out this, um, like open up the Koala dashboard and try this out. You can drop your questions here about uh, like the platform, and once you've got a gist of how it works, you'll be able to. Okay. Okay, Anand. So this wallet did not hold tokens at the propos. Okay, I'll just answer that in a while. Let me just complete this. Um, okay, the other uh, this was still, I'd say, simple. Although doing this isn't simple as it sounds here. You would have to create a server and stuff. It's just annoying. Even with all the AI tools available now, it's costly to do. The second part is even more fun, because it's not just API request you're doing, you're gonna do a smart contract call. So let's say in our DAO this proposal passes. Okay, so if we see the vote share, okay, it's active, and okay, it probably won't pass because more percentage of shares are towards against, like this thing you can see, lesser of green. So it would probably fail if there are no more votes. So in case it passes, let's say another whale votes for this, or like a lot of people vote for yes, then the rent would be increased, and we would want to, there would probably be a smart contract for the rent as well, because it's a DAO, it's not some regular uh, network, right? Regular uh, Web 2 kind of business. So all of this is there in the code. So the other function, the other contract which would have probably a function to set the rent, or like update the rent, something like this maybe, and it would have some parameter like rent for some kind of uh, apartment, like a base condo, which could be like a um, if we use just a uint, so uint 256 type, uh, apartment type, and then maybe increase the rent by some percent, like whatever percent it is, and this is the percentage that would okay, maybe some other parameter we could, maybe this is like a fixed kind of increase of 2%, and inside this function, we are not going to go deep into this function, but let's just assume that there's this function, and this would just check whether uh, update rent can be done if it's valid, and the condition would be that this particular proposal has passed. So that condition would be checked, and um, yeah, you'd pass this apartment type using some re.event parameter, which we could get from a different workflow. Maybe we could have a different kind of trigger here instead of an event. This could be done, let's say, every quarter or every 6 months. So you can actually even do immediate repeat every time interval. Yeah. So you could have, usually rent is increased every year, right? So you could even do something like interval value, make it 365 days. So this is actually how the DAOs work, right? They do simulate real world stuff, but it happens on chain, and currently the DAOs, they use a lot of scripts. They have these backend servers to automate this. They even have people who are doing this manually. But these things can be automated with something like Kwala instead of having some costly backend running. And if I were to take the example of the distribute dividends one, we could have a different kind of workflow where the trigger would be an event like proposal finalized. So proposal finalized happens. I don't think we can do it now for this, because I think I did this. I set a 1 hour window for this, so I can maybe make a new proposal. Let's just name it something random. Let's make it 2 minutes. This is just for showing you the finalization. So this is basically done when the voting period is over, and when it's finalized, what we would want is for something like giving away dividend as profits. Okay, I'll quickly sign this. Yeah, cool. So what you'd want is call a smart contract which holds the funds, basically the treasury smart contract, or like a vault, which is used by most DAOs, by the way, and some function like distribute rewards or dividend, something like that. This is also a pretty popular kind of uh, function name which is there in a lot of DAOs contracts. And inside this it would have the check and everything, and if you look at the proposal finalized event, it has the proposal ID, passed, votes for, against. So proposal finalized could be one of two ways. It could be a yes or a no. So if you look at the second parameter, it's passed, which is, if it's 1 like true, then the it should be you know sent away. Okay, so there will be a parameter called passed, and inside this there will be some check saying, okay, if it's passed, then you distribute the dividend, right? Mm, okay, so this parameter would be taken from here, which is the second bool parameter. So it will be re.event 1. That's the second parameter. This would be passed here. So this is like a really good example of how to use something like Kwala. This is again done using scripts, managing backends, databases, which would cost, like, even the basic plans would cost you at least $5 to $10, right? Okay, I'm sorry about that. I'll just cool. So yeah, that's a gist of how you would use um, Koala to build your workflow. Let me just check if there's um, okay. No, like I'll come back to Anand's and Mukta's questions later. But if we look at this, like the ZK part, it's something like a you can treat it as a black box right now, and you can focus on the DAO part and the automation part, because that's the part which is the most hectic to manage. And yeah, that's kind of um the thing. Is there anything else that I miss, Sat? I think you could point out in case I missed
Well,
anything.
no, Raj, I think we have covered uh, most of the building part and the
Mm.
smart contracts.
Hmm. Right. So another thing about this is the in like you could edit the workflow, like in Koala we call it the workflow, and you could edit the YAML file yourself. This one's deployed already, so you can create a new workflow and do all of this yourself, or you could just use the workflow builder, whichever you're comfortable with, and it will automatically be edited, and you can even share the YAML. So let's say you've got some issue figuring out something, you can just share your YAML file with the team here on Discord, drop it here, and we'll help fix that issue. Yeah, so with that covered, I think we can uh, come to the questions. Mm, So Anand was having this issue. This wallet did not hold governance tokens, right? So the condition in the smart contract that like I had written, we set was that if you own those tokens after you've got uh, after we created that proposal, if you remember when we okay, can you just give me 1 minute? I'll just be back. Yeah, sorry about that. Okay, so yeah, so basically, if you we did take the snapshot, right? So I if you actually try this one, let me create another proposal. Test. Mm, okay, Anand, can you try going to this proposal 13 and casting a vote?
Okay. Which proposal?
This 13. This one. Test prop.
Okay, test prop. I'm doing it. All the 5 steps are green, but it is also like showing now submitting vote.
Mm-hmm.
I have sent you like final output in personal because I'm unable to share the screen.
Okay, okay. Have you DM'd me? Or.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, okay. cast your vote. Did it pop up your wallet?
No.
Mm, like it didn't open your MetaMask or something?
I think I have already connected my MetaMask.
Okay.
Actually,
Uh,
I'm not able to even like put media onto the chat section.
oh,
I
okay.
think some settings are on.
Okay, okay, got it.
That's why
Like
I
I can
said
see
you.
your, I can see the DM. But can you just open your MetaMask and see if it's what's the network selected there? Is it the one which has Sepolia? Is it that wallet, the one you sent?
Just a second. Yes, it is Sapolia ETH.
Okay, and does it have some Sepolia tokens?
Um, it is like $2,116.
Okay, it ends with. Okay, let me check if it's the same address which you had shared earlier. Mm, okay, it's the same address. And when you click generate proof and vote, it doesn't open your wallet, right?
No, it doesn't
Okay,
pop up my wallet.
okay, okay. Let me just share my screen. Okay, Anand, when you can you see my screen, right?
Yes.
Okay, so when you do this, you does it show Sepolia connected?
Yes.
Yes, okay. And when you click
Just a
MetaMask,
second.
yeah.
Like, just a second. Sorry. After like reloading,
Hmm.
it is not showing Sepolia connected, but before it was showing.
Okay, now what's it showing?
I'm reconnecting.
Okay, cool.
I don't know, but website is not
Website isn't loading.
loading. It is not loading. I might have problems with my internet also.
Okay. Like the website is live, so it's gonna be there anyways. Um, I think it's loading fine on my end. Maybe you can try a different network and just try it out again.
Yeah, possibly network
Now it's
connectivity
completely fine.
issues.
Right, right.
Definitely, Anand, yes. I mean, we are here anyway. The app is also published live, so you can try out later as well. And
Yeah, so like
we'll be
there are these voice channels here now, so you can just ping us here, just or like on the dev channel, just tag any one of us. You can tag me, Sahil, or anyone, and we can just jump on a call and solve the issue as well, in case it's not working now. Mm, mm.
Okay.
Okay, error fetching transfer events. Mm. Okay, Anand, just do one thing. Can you, okay, when you do this, like click the MetaMask extension here, what do you see here? Do you see this Sepolia thing here?
Um, Let me open it.
Hmm.
Sir, uh, if there is any like moderator who can please like allow like general attendees to share their screen.
Okay, you're not able to share it.
No.
Um.
Also, I'm not able to share any media in the chat section.
Okay. Gunnar, are you here? Available now? Or Johnson? Mm, let's see if.
Anand, like, what are the action limitations of using on Discord?
Like I have sent one screenshot in your personal DM. I'm unable, like I can't stream into this channel, and I can't send any kind of media.
Uh, just a second, let me check.
Sure. And Raj sir,
Uh,
there is an error like MetaMask
I
unable to
saw.
connect to Sepolia. Yeah. Check network connectivity or switch to MetaMask default RPC.
Okay. So, like when you open this MetaMask and click this Sepolia, what do you see here?
Now I'm seeing zero Sepolia ETH.
Okay. And when you just hover over this, which wallet do you see? Is that the same one you shared on the that
Yeah.
165 one?
Um, yeah, same address.
Same address. And when you click this and then click this Sepolia, what do you see?
Oh, I am unable to see that option in the networks tab after clicking on MetaMask
Uh-huh.
extension.
Okay, maybe let's do one thing.
Yeah.
Let's uh, f- I think let's try this general voice chat. Because like the presentation part is over, it's the debugging part. So we can do the call maybe on this other channel, and let's try if you can share your screen there.
Sure.
When
so Anand, generally the issue is like either the wallet address is something different or the network is something different. Maybe the wallet address of which you've selected is correct, but your that address is on different network. So, for example, like to get Kwala networks, your network should be Kwala on your MetaMask, and while you're making the like on-chain actions, it should be each Sepolia.
yeah,
So
so
just
like
keep
yeah,
it
so basically for
cross-check.
Anand, like even this part isn't working. So here it's the Sepolia network. So so maybe we'll need to check what he's seeing here, like what RPC is selected in this, because a lot of times the RPC doesn't work. So
I think RPC is sepolia.infura.io,
okay.
and chain ID is like the usual one, 1115555.
Hmm. Okay. So we'll just do one thing. Just click these three dots and edit, and change the chain ID to this one. Uh, Wait, public node. I'll just send you the RPC. Just try using this one
Okay.
and do like a hard refresh of the page.
Just a second.
Raj, meanwhile, we can check if there are any other questions from
Yeah,
others
sure,
as
sure. Um, okay, Mukhtar has finished reading the docs. Hmm. So I think someone mentioned they were using N8N and Zapier, right? Was Mukhtar the one who mentioned?
No, it was Anand only. Like,
Oh,
basically, he
yeah.
asked, like, compared to a N8, and how does the Kwala like costing model work? So I've given the link to our pricing page.
Hmm. Yeah, it's like a credit-based model, so you don't get charged unless it actually emits that event or that action, or so it's like a very uh, you won't get some crazy bills like AWS bills. Um,
Yeah, so basically, like, you pay for the number of triggers and a number of actions you require. That's it.
right, right.
So Anand, I've shared the pricing link, so just do check it out that as well.
I'll check
Mm,
it out.
okay, any other questions from anyone? Mukhtar, no more questions?
Oh, like
Sure.
now
Anyway,
Kwala is using
friends,
public
continue to
Wi-Fi.
stay engaged. You guys can experiment the platform, and then, like,
Hmm.
if there are any particular issues you are encountering, we are always there.
Hmm.
You can reach out in the Discord, and, like, we can take it forward
Yeah,
to the issues.
Mukhtar has sent a DM, I think, on Kwala, right? On X. So I just uh, yeah, Sahil can check that. Mm. Okay, I'll stop sharing my screen and try to debug. Okay, okay, yeah. This is Anand, can you just click switch to MetaMask default RPC once? And if that doesn't work, use that public node one. This does happen a lot of times. The
I have
RPC issue.
I have
It's
used the public one.
hmm.
Now it's showing like 0.05 Sepolia ETH that you have sent
Ha
to me.
ha. Nice.
But after doing it, like still after doing it, I'm getting the same error that I was getting in the first time. Like this wallet did not hold governance tokens. I think I'm trying it on the other, like increase the rent of base
Okay,
mobile
try it on
tokens.
the proposal 13 because that proposal was created before I sent you the token. So we have a condition in the contract that says if it's not a if it's a very new token holder, they can't vote on an older proposal. So try the 13 one, it should work.
Yeah, it is working fine, I guess. Pop-up is like open and I've like connected
Hmm.
MetaMask and vote submitted.
You signed the transaction, the MetaMask transaction.
Yes.
Nice. So I think I'll also be able to see your vote here.
Yeah, one for vote.
Yeah, nice. So Anand has voted. Let me also vote. I'll also vote for this, and we can actually do the verification. This is just test proposal we just made so that yeah, okay, we have two for votes. Nice.
Term Merkle root is new to me.
Yeah, right. So it's basically um, a part of the ZK where uh, the proof is kind of generated. If you want to dig deep into this, do check out the like the repo. This is not the final repo. This is just a rough one with this working, but we'll create a polished version as well, um, with the proper documentation and everything. So just like uh, you like people can leave if they want. There's no this is just like whoever's interested, they can just hang out. Uh, but basically, what happens here is that um, like if there was no zk thing, right, then you would just send the vote on your Solidity contract. There are voting smart contracts as well, the public ones, and do it. But here, you instead of sending that data to the contract directly, you generate a proof which happens inside the front end code, which is Next.js or React, something like that, and the proof is sent to the smart contract. And there's another thing, like since Ethereum is a like a public blockchain, so usually in these zk applications they use something called a relayer, because right now I'm voting with this address, so my message dot sender would also be this address, so there would be a way for people to figure out, okay, this person sent this transaction, so it would my identity might be revealed. So um, people use relayers in the code base as well. I've set up a relayer here, so not in the deployed version, but it basically mimics your it acts like a proxy for your address, and it sends the transaction, although the vote is done by you. So yeah, there's actually another cool project called this minimal anti-collusion infra. So this also does on-chain voting, but this is a little different. In our case, we are saying, okay, these many people voted for, these many against. In this, they don't even reveal that. Hide. Uh, they keep that part private. It's just that proof of voting, but uh, keep this private as well. So obviously the use cases vary a lot, and you could even set up Kwala workflows with their contracts. Their contracts are also public, and yeah, cool. So I think you guys, if you have any other questions, you can mention now, or you can just drop them here and tag any of us. Mm.
So it's like, basically helps us to automate the backend, distributed backend.
Yeah, exactly. So Koala has this something called smart wallets as well. I'll just show it to you in a brief way. So if you use Solidity, you might know that there are permissions for calling functions, right? Not everyone is allowed to call every function. There's something called a modifier in Solidity. Um, okay, this is not editable, but let me just show you the contract. So people have these modifiers like only owner, and they can create custom modifiers, which is basically like auth for Solidity functions. And
Yeah.
Yeah, right. So so those are some modifiers you can configure in a way to just let your smart wallets call those functions, instead of uh, anyone being able to call them. Like here I took the example of distributing the reward, so which might be a solidity function, and not everyone should be allowed to call that. So you configure your wallets, and there's actually if you select the call thing, here you can actually select the Kwala default smart wallet, and these are not owned by Kwala or any the Kwala team. They don't have access to this. It's generated by you, and owned by you. It won't be, the team won't be able to run it, so your funds are safe here. um, and if you don't want to keep funds here, you can just top up these wallets with funds, so it's not going anywhere. It's sort of like self custody. And yeah, you can create smart wallets on these chains and configure your functions to allow calls from those wallets. And yeah, what was your question? Sorry, I forgot Sachin's original question.
Yeah, I mean, just asking that helps us to automate the decentralized backend basically.
Hmm. Right. So usually you would have a lot of indexing services, watcher, polling, uh, done using backend services, or like AWS Lambda. Even AWS Lambda, you have to buy
Right.
RPC, like from some RPC provider, right, to call the blockchain. Um, so it's like there's just so much to do, and then even DB is expensive. Like even the basic plans nowadays cost $5 for databases. So mm, yeah, it's like if you're just starting out, you don't want to spend on infra. This is the way to go. Okay, so yeah, Anand was asking about A2Z BTC. He built vibe coded this app. So um, you could probably even use Koala to get the payments and payment notification. People uh, they share their SaaS screenshots that okay, I received this email from Stripe. So you can configure such notifications. And about building the thing, like like integrating payments is really simple in crypto. You just um, add a condition in your front end that people should be allowed to send USDC on a certain chain, and it is sent to your wallet, and then um, yeah, then you launch it pretty much. Cool. I think Anand was able to vote as well, so nice. And we'll finalize this repo and share it. It's also public, so you can, if you want to try it, you can try it now. But we'll add some more instructions and publish it we'll share it on Discord as well. Cool. I think that's all. No more questions, I guess.
So can you share your Twitter handle?
Great, great. Thanks, Raj. Thanks, Anand, Sachin. everyone out there for taking your time and participating it here and with your questions.
Yeah, awesome, folks. Thank you all for tuning in. Uh, awesome session. Thanks, Raj, for all the time and effort. I think great insights. I think good learning all around. And folks who've tuned in, so every week we're gonna come back with new topics. We're gonna be discussing various topics related to blockchain, Web3, and under the purview of Kwala. So stay tuned in. Keep an eye out on our social channels and all the other platforms, Discord, GitHub, and all the platforms. We'll keep you posted on our upcoming sessions. And yeah, you have a good one, folks.
Yeah, have a good one. Like the audience was really great today, so thank you and see you next week.
Great. Awesome, folks. That's all. That's all for now, I guess. Yeah. Cheers.
Thank you for that, Raj. It was really a great talk. So, everyone, like, thank you for participating, being such a great audience, being so interactive, and we do join our Koala community. So, I have just shared the link tree for Koala. It has all our socials, everything around that, and feel free to pin anyone, like pin Raj, pin me. You can pin Gunnar, that is Harsha sir, and we are here to assist you in product development around Koala. Anything, everything, anytime. So yeah, like let's build better Web3. Thank you.
Yeah, like Anand is already building something of his own. I'm pretty sure Koala is a product you'll be able to use inside your SaaS business. So I think you would have got some Koala tokens as well. So you initially you won't have to buy tokens. So you can just go ahead start using it. And yeah, the goal is to help people build their business, build their uh, applications with Koala. So just drop your questions, whatever you're facing, any issues you're facing, and we're happy to help. Okay, bye.
We'll definitely develop them.
Good night, folks. Thank you.
Cheer, folks. Thank you, everyone.
Thank
Thank you.
you.